Right, it's right. Hey, y'all. Uh, wait. Don't come over here. Come this way. Behind me.
I am Sonic. My mom is a moose. Chicken moose.
Hey, y'all.
I got chicken moose. Chicken moose around me. Chicken moose around me. Chicken moose around me. Chicken moose around me.
These things, right? It's all get out. Hang on, y'all. Because last time when I had a live, I was all in the dark and it was weird. When I looked back at it, it didn't look like it. So, y'all, it's Big Moose up in here. Big Moose. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, Sonic. If it's a great day to be a tiger, drop the tiger emoji in the chat. If it's a great day to be a tiger, I am not Bullwinkle. I'm Miss Moose. Miss Moose. I'm not Bullwinkle. Now, why are you trying to play me so close, y'all?
Bullwinkle.
No, I'm not Bullwinkle. I'm a moose, but I'm not Bullwinkle.
Dang, there's a lot of tiger.
Tiger Nation.
Dang, there's so much tigers out here. I can tell.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I mean.
Don't be eating on my podcast. That is not good podcast etiquette. Oh Lord. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got done taking my son trick or treating.
Bullwinkle.
I am not Bullwinkle.
Stop
calling me that.
What?
Because that's not my name. It's Miss Moose to you.
No, it's not Miss Moose. It is if you give a moose a muffin. If you give a mouse a cookie.
Oh Lord.
Haha.
If you give a moose a muffin, what?
If you give a moose a muffin if you give a mouse a cookie. Y'all got a lot of candy.
There we go.
Tigers will be feasting snakes by this time tomorrow.
Should I do a watch party? I haven't done watch party all season long. I've been rocking with I've been rocking with Uncle Orangey. Why you keep moving my stuff? All right. Leave my antlers alone. All right, y'all. We got so much to talk about. Y'all put what type of Rattler we finna have tomorrow. I said Rattler roast. Fried Rattler sounds good to me. Fried Rattler sounds good to me. 20 full-size candy bars and a pack of noodles. Not they was giving out noodles. They better be glad I wasn't handing out. I would have been handing out some oranges. Cheers. Cheers. Curry Rattler. Okay. Barbecue Rattler.
Ramen noodles.
Barbecue Rattler is on the menu. Excuse me, baby. This chair is doing some stuff. I can't even turn. There we go. I'm turning.
I think tomorrow moves for Halloween. I'll take tomorrow moves for Halloween night. Pick me. I'll take tomorrow moves.
You already went. Rattler gumbo.
Jumbo.
I just got done taking my son trick-or-treating. Tell me about your experience. Jerk rattling. Oxtails and Rattler. Rattler croquettes. Oh, hey, Miss Mary. We're about to see y'all tomorrow night. Miss Mary. All right. Let's see. Ooh, Southern fried Rattler with a side of coleslaw. You can't forget about the coleslaw, Dina. You gotta have some coleslaw with it. Wit is naming all the Caribbean dishes, okay? Every Caribbean dish known.
Stupid.
Miss Mary said it's on and popping. Now, Miss Mary, we just got embarrassed on national TV in Vegas. We lost by a field goal. No ability to challenge. Them boys is mad. Do you hear me? Them boys is hot. Mad.
A pack of noodles. I have a pack of noodles.
So, unfortunately for that reason, they're going to be looking to get some of that anger out. I'm anticipating that this game will be hard fought. But let's just keep it a buck. Why are you smacking all in the camera?
Very crunchy.
Smacking and stuff all in the camera. Hey, Quay.
Hi, Quay.
It's not personal. What ain't personal? Every time we go against the Rattlers, it's personal. I'm sorry. It's personal. It's personal. It's not a rivalry, but it's just personal. It's just that it is what it is.
Chocolate.
I need them to win convincingly. I need them to do we need to do FAMU how Alabama State did Alabama A&M.
Chocolate.
Show no mercy. Okay?
We know. Show them no mercy.
What? No, it's not personal against Miss Mary. We love Miss Mary, but it's personal. We talk about them Rattlers on the field. It's it's a reminder of who your daddy is. Who your daddy? Jackson State. Who your daddy? Jackson State. Who your daddy? Look, I'm quiet as it's kept. I think D Jack took it easy on Vic because he could have ran that score up if he wanted to. Hey, Katie. What? Speaking of, let me go ahead and pull that up because we don't play about our nephews. We do not play. We don't play. It ain't funny. It ain't a joke. Y'all might have thought it was cute, but it wasn't cute to me. Go over there for a second.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I have a video for y'all to look at, and I just, no, Get.
Why?
Because I said so. You want to go to bed? Now look now. Y'all might have thought it was funny, but it's not funny. It's not cute. We don't play. Jackson State aunties don't play like that. Okay. We don't key. We ain't doing all that.
I think 36.
I want that thick 36.
What you see? That's a grown woman, okay?
Oh, whoa.
That's a grown woman.
What that mean? I'm a grown
I mean, I know you Louisiana boys are different.
Yeah, we different around here, right? I can show us some.
Security guard, you know the name. I know me.
We on a distraction committee. Why y'all? Be good.
You might make me play better. You gonna make me play better.
We on a distraction. Look at his legs. I like him when they moving like that.
Right, because he's scared.
No, he ain't scared. He ready. He ain't scared.
Just watch out for my number when I get back.
I think 36.
I want that thick 36.
Thick 36, probably about thick 50 now. Keep your whole ass out of them sidelines. Don't bring your whole ass over there near the Jackson State Tigers. Y'all gonna tighten up on your credentials. Don't be having everybody on the field now. We don't play that. So leave thick, whatever. Because one thing about, have y'all been to Jackson? Have y'all been to Jackson, Mississippi? It ain't nothing but homegrown over there. No, the state of Mississippi ain't nothing but homegrown. Nothing but homegrown. Wholesome and homegrown. As a boy mom and an official Jackson State auntie, no. Stop scrunching in my face. What are you doing to my moose thing? They out here giving out media credentials to the distraction committee. They denying other folks' credentials. Not mine though. I didn't apply. What you sing? You want to ring your bell?
Yeah.
You can ring my bell.
Ring
my bell. My bell. Ring my bell. My bell. Ring my bell. Yeah, that wasn't funny. Y'all keep y'all don't come over here. We not trying to see none of that. Hey friend. Hey Taurus, you got a big game tomorrow.
Taurus. Hi friend.
Go clear these plates for me, please.
Okay.
Grass and just be all up in the Kool-Aid, don't know the flavor. Yeah, don't try it. Y'all, let's keep it cute. Let's keep it cute. All right. Where is Mr. Ford at? Mr. Ford, you can't be telling me to come up here on no Friday night and then you don't show up. That's a violation. Ooh, shit. And Tor said, we ain't worried. We ain't worried. It's another day in the office. This is them Prairie View Panthers finna get belt to ass. It's another day in the office. Can you put this in the refrigerator, please, baby? Thank you.
That's another in the office.
Lord. Son mimicking every word. All right. So how are y'all feeling about FAMU? I feel like it's going to be one of those days where Jackson State, you're gonna have to show and prove why you are the 2024 National HBCU champs, and also why you are still the champions. You're gonna have to show improve. Like, this is the time for that. You got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to tackle. We already know what type of time FAMU is on in terms of them being a run first offense. I just need y'all to tackle. If you tackle, I don't care if what you want to play. You want to drop 8, drop 6. You want to do 3-3-5. You want to do a 3-4 disguised as a 3-3. I need you guys to tackle. You're gonna put a spy on RJ Johnson. Where Cam Salas at? What we doing? What we doing? Whatever you choose to do. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, baby, you all right? I see Brax. How Brax doing?
Good. How you doing?
Okay, yeah. I was trying to watch a little bit. I've been keeping up with the baseball through the papers. And hey, everybody. Hey, Miss Whitley. I saw Miss Whitley. Okay, what about Miss?
I want to say Jackson State claimed. I want to say, I don't know today. I think we might have clinched the regular season. We beat Sutton today, and we claimed the SWAC regular season title.
And that was in what?
Soccer.
Oh, in soccer. Yeah. Okay. Because now is Howard University in the SWAC as far as soccer?
No, I want to say they're in a white conference for soccer. Ooh,
hey, Miss Dina.
Mr. Ford.
Hey, let's see. What about Brandy? Hey, Miss Brandy. What about Miss KD? How you doing? Okay, let's see. What is Dr. Kanisha on here?
We got our one and only favorite Rattler, the only Rattler that we like.
Miss Mary's on here. Is Miss Mary going to the game tomorrow? Hey, Miss Mary. What about, is she going to the game? Because listen, I convened all the Rattlers I didn't convene all of them. I convened about 4 Rattlers today, so I was talking to them. I got to tell you what they told me.
Oh, you already dropping tea. Hang on just a second.
Yeah, I talked to them.
Right on into it.
Yeah, I talked to about 4 Rattlers today.
Get right on into it. All right.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to the Jackson State soccer team. They held off today to claim SWAC regular season title. Ring. All right. The Jackson State women's soccer team wrapped up the regular season with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Southern University on Thursday afternoon at the JSU soccer complex, extending the Tigers' unbeaten streak in SWAC play to 6 matches. JSU claimed the SWAC regular season championship with the win. Forward Kayla Williams scored the match's only goal in the 20th minute, finishing off a feed from defender Sarah Portis. The early strike proved to be enough as goalkeeper Taylor Osborne recorded her 6th clean sheet of the season, stopping all 3 Southern shots on goal. Jackson State dominated possession and offensive chances throughout the match, outshooting the Jaguars 18-3 and holding a 10-3 edge in shots on goal. JSU also earned 10 corner kicks to Southern's 3. Okay, so the Tigers will compete in the 2025 SWAC soccer tournament at the Prairie View Soccer Complex on November 6th through the 9th in Prairie View, Texas. All right, young ladies. So congratulations to the ladies, the Jackson State soccer team. Ring. We already starting off the year right. Ring.
Now, who's the coach? Who's the coach?
Our coach is Ted. I want to say I don't want to mispronounce his name, but it's Flogates. Dr.
Okay.
Ted.
Is he a Jackson State graduate?
No, but I don't think so. But he's been here for a long time.
I was about to ask, how many years has he been at Jackson?
This is his 7th season at the helm of the Jackson State University soccer program and his 26th season overall. He journeyed to Jackson in 2019 after previously serving as the head coach at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff in 2018.
Okay.
He's already won. We've already won a previous SWAC regular season.
So now,
and they've also won.
How many SWAC championships does he have?
Let me see. I want to say he has 2 championships.
Okay.
This might be 3. This might be 3. Hey. I remember, because the reason why I remember is because they went and played like a top 5 team in the nation.
Because these antlers are too big. The antlers are too big. How big is
Don't
your...
quote me, but we've won before. In the last, I want to say in the last 4 years, we have at least won.
Right. Right. Okay.
I wanted to
okay.
I wanted to post for I wanted to post the
Your antlers is 9 centimeters.
the thing that they have going on. Oh, Mr. Ford,
How
I'm
big is
gonna show you the thick 36, and I want your take on it.
Okay. Right.
When you start talking about the Rattlers, we're gonna talk about that. I want your take on having people come down to the sidelines to be distractions. All right. So before we leave, I wanted to drop in the chat the women's soccer team. They are currently doing a fundraiser, and the fundraiser, they're supposed to be raising, I think, $15,000. I think they've raised $5,000 so far. And so I'm going to post the link to that. Here it is right here. So they are doing, yes. So their goal is to raise $15,000. It goes towards like extracurricular activities, I guess, NIL, whatever that they want. But they just reigned in another SWAC championship for the Jackson State Tigers. So no donation is too big or too small. Just helping reach that goal of $15,000. They have 19 days left. Yeah, we're consistently competitive. We also won a tournament title. Yeah, so we're definitely competitive.
Right.
So congratulations to the soccer team.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Congratulations.
So now, Mr. Ford,
I'm
getting ready to pull it up for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So this was a matchup between Grambling and FAMU, and it was FAMU's home game. And apparently there was some women that were from FAMU that decided to go on the field and sit there behind on the opposing team's like bench to try to distract them. So I just wanted your take on this. This happened a while back, but since Jackson State is going to FAMU this weekend, I would just like your thoughts.
I think 36.
I want that thick 36.
What you see? That's a grown woman, okay?
Oh,
That's a grown woman.
What that mean? I'm a grown
I mean, I know you Louisiana boys are different.
Yeah, we different out here, right? I can show us some. I got a little taste of little spice.
We on a distraction committee. Bye, y'all. Be good, be good, be good.
You might make me play better. You gonna make me play better.
We on a distraction. Look at his legs, look at his legs. I like them when they moving like that. Right, because he's scared. No, he ain't scared. He ready. He ain't scared.
Just watch out for my number when I get back.
I think 36.
What do you think about Thick 36, Mr. Ford?
I think it's unprofessional, and that's definitely a lawsuit. When I was at Grambling, one of the things that Coach Rob taught us was that it's very important that the people that's on the sideline be credentialed individuals, because you got to understand it's a war down there, and something could have happened to them. And that's a walking. See, first of all, that's what we call quote unquote bush league. That's unprofessional. Okay, to me, FAM should have been fined for that. They should have been fined for that. That's ridiculous. That's just like the Atlanta Braves playing and you got women down there at the dugout. This is ridiculous. We can't have this. If we're gonna be shooting for the top, we want to be one of the top conferences in FCS. These kinds of things matter. This is ridiculous. You're not paying attention to details. This is awful.
Security!
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. The guy
Holes down here.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Also makes
That was
it hard
ridiculous.
for like women who are credentialed, who, we're actually covering sports. You don't want that type of
Yeah. And then the security guard walked right by him.
oh, it's just a joke. It's
not a joke.
Serious.
That's a lawsuit. If something had happened to them young women, say a ball had hit them and given them a concussion, player ran off and crippled one of them, which has happened before. Have you ever? They got a video on YouTube of cameramen who have been hurt by players who running off the field. That was once a cameraman.
That's what happened to, God rest his soul. That's what happened to the security that was protecting Coach Cozy, and he was the security guard for Coach Simmons. That's how he was injured. He broke his leg or something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, he didn't die because of that injury, but he died from complications of the injury because he had some type of surgery. And after that, he had complications, but,
yeah. Yeah. Do you remember this has been years ago, Dennis Rodman kicked a cameraman. Do you remember that?
Dennis Rodman on purpose?
Yeah. He failed or something, and he kicked up a cameraman. Well, I was going to tell you, that cameraman sued, and he got over $1 million. Yeah, because he kicked him for nothing. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Them being on that sideline like that, that's an automatic lawsuit.
I just want them to know, us Jackson State aunties, we don't play that. Yeah, I might think it was funny, kiki, ha ha ha.
No, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. See, those people down there are supposed to have credentials. If you're on the sideline, anybody can't just be on the sideline. That's got to be certain people.
I don't know how I guess the game had started, or maybe it was on halftime. Them folks be moving. It's actually kind of scary to have to get in the field. Like Mr. Ford, when I was in Vegas, I was actually like, I had my camera, and when the Jackson State Tigers, when they started like doing like little hypes and stuff like that, I had to be on the field. That was some big men. Oh, big young men.
Oh, yes, they are.
Lord, all they got to do is just be running to be hyped and knock me over, and I'll be out of there.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, that's unprofessional. That's Bush League. Personally, to be honest with you, they should have been fined for that.
It was nasty.
Yeah, really was. They should have been fined for that. For allowing those people to come down like that.
Dr. Kanisha's in here.
Hey, Dr. Kanisha. So now who's Howard playing tomorrow?
Dr. Kanisha got mad at me, Mr. Ford.
Wow.
Because I said, the MEAC is over. It's over. Delaware State's headed to the Celebration Bowl.
You think so?
Mr. Ford, I said that they have to beat South Carolina State and it's over. Dr. Kanisha said Howard would like to have a word.
Well, my take, and by the way, the thing that got me this morning was, did you hear the attendance figures this morning?
They said it was 47,000.
47,000 paid attendance according to the NCAA.
They are not, and you know what? On the main, like when I talk about which maybe they were promoting it locally, or maybe they just didn't have to promote it at all, or maybe they were promoting it locally, but on a national standpoint, I didn't really see that much promoting. That game must have sold itself.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they did promote it. I think they did promote that game. But let me say this right now. I'm going to be shocked. Let me say this. I'm going to be shocked if they beat South Carolina State. And I will say this. Delaware State would not beat Prairie View. They would not beat Alabama State. And they definitely wouldn't beat Jackson. Listen, I was impressed with the offense, but here's the thing. When you're talking about going for championships, it's the defense that's number one. And listen, I wasn't impressed with that defense they had last night at all. I wasn't impressed with that defense at all. And
they said that they don't have a defense. It would be like a shootout, right?
Yeah, but you listen, shootouts, teams that go for shootouts like that, you're going to outscore everybody. It's not going to happen. Because let me tell you something. Offense is different from defense. You can play solid defense every game, but sometimes offenses are lost. Okay? It's not like that. And so if you can't stop anybody, then you're not going to listen. Offenses sell tickets, defenses win championships. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to be shocked if they beat South Carolina State.
You said the other
listen
day
to me.
now,
And I'm going, listen to me. I'm going to be shocked. Okay. I do not believe they could beat Prairie View. I do not believe they could beat Alabama State. And I definitely don't believe they can beat Jackson. Now, here's the thing about both of those programs last night. Because of the notoriety, because of the celebrity coaches, I'm looking for them to have some really big recruiting prospects to come in their next recruiting class. For Vic, definitely got to shore up his offensive line. I saw one or two on that front seven. I saw one or two I was kind of impressed with. But the main thing is he's got to get bigger and stronger with more girth in the defensive line. And the main thing is he's got to get that defensive backfield straight now. His defensive backfield looked like Keystone Cops back there. It was awful. It really was.
Mr. Ford, you said South Carolina State don't got a good defense this year.
Well, I'd still be surprised if they lost to Delaware State. I would be.
I'm not surprised.
I'd be surprised. But like I said, I would say right now, they couldn't beat Prairie View. They wouldn't beat Alabama State, and they definitely wouldn't beat Jackson. But I'm going to be shocked if they win the MEAC. I think that things, but now one of the things I looked at both coaches last night, and I hate to say this because I'm really happy about both of them, with Vic being at Norfolk and with Deshaun being at Delaware State. Them guys are not going to be there long. Them guys are not going to be at the state.
Where
They
they
not.
going?
I could see
Where they going?
somebody. To be honest with you, I could see some other black schools going after Deshaun Jackson. Can you imagine Deshaun Jackson at Southern?
I don't think he wants to be. With Delaware State, he has some ties to Delaware, like family ties to it.
I think you're right. John Taylor is related to him. You remember John Taylor, right?
Yeah, we talked about this. We talked
Yeah.
matter
John
of fact,
Taylor, I think, is related to him. But I'm just gonna say it again now. I could see some other black schools going after Deshaun Jackson. I really could.
Dang, you trying to let
No,
Delaware
I'm
State
just saying,
a
it's
little
just
bit?
reality. I could see some black schools, some other HBCUs going after Deshaun, and I could see some PWIs going after him. They know who he is. They know who Deshaun Jackson is. The guy played 15 years in the NFL. We went every Sunday for 15 years looking at him because he used to trip
I
me
don't know
out.
where Vic going. Who is taking Vic and he 1-8? You gonna have to win something. Listen, they keep on bringing up Deion like he's the first NFL player to be a coach at an HBCU. I'm so sick of that shit.
Yeah, but what they're talking about is the success he had. You know, he won.
Are you talking about notoriety?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. And he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. We can't take that from him. He's a celebrity. Now, my thing, the reason nobody is going to take Deion right now, Deion is sickly. Okay, whether we want to accept it or not and all of that, he's not in the best of health. He's sickly. Yeah.
They saying they want to go FBS.
I mean,
who wants to
you
go
gotta
FBS?
win something though.
Who wants to go FBS?
Deshaun and Mike Vick want to go FBS.
Well, I mean, like you said, that I mean, if they put together a resume, because I'm gonna say this, and I really do believe this. From what I saw with Vic offensively, he definitely needs the big tackles. You know, the big fast tackles, 6'6", 6'5", 300, 310, that can run, good feet. Defensive line, front seven definitely needs help, especially defensive tackles, linebackers. But like I said, the thing that was a glaring weakness, their defensive backs was standing off for the wide receivers 12 yards and still getting beat. Okay, listen, he's going to get some players, both of them, not just Vic, but Jackson is too. But
well, if Deshaun has his name is Kobe Boykin. He was at Jackson State before he got in the transfer portal and went to Delaware State because his coach is coaching. Now Mike Vick, I think that game was closer this week because in the last 2 weeks, Vic made some changes with the defensive staff.
Yeah, he got the guy from Southern is now the defense coordinator, which you could see some changes. They did play better. Okay, but my thing is the material. I think they can get better players. Okay, it's up to them.
So you think they're going to have some top recruiting classes?
Yeah. Listen, that game was seen on. Listen, we had people at the school talking about it today. They watched it. Okay, they're going to get some players. They're going to get some play because, like I said, I saw what they were doing on defense at Norfolk, but I didn't like the material. Okay, I think they can get better players. Okay, and like I said, I saw DBs for Norfolk State 12 yards off of the wide receiver and still getting beat. So
what is the rest of the MEAC gonna have to do to compete? Because you said that first year head coaches get done in by Trey Oliver, and it doesn't look like, it looked like Trey Oliver had a whoopsie during homecoming with Delaware State. So,
Yeah,
where are
I
we
mean,
at with that?
yeah. Listen, I like what Jackson is doing. Like I told you earlier, I didn't take him serious at all. I didn't. But I mean, I was wrong about him. And I just think they're going to get better. This is the first year they're going to get out. Because I've told you this over and over. When my sister took me over to Norfolk, the first thing that I felt was that Norfolk reminded me of Southern University. Now, why is that important? Okay, I've told you this before. When I went to Grambling and I took my first trip down to Southern, down to Baton Rouge, and what I felt was that Southern could compete in every sport. Southern should be a champion in football, men and women's basketball, baseball. I thought that they could be a champion in track and field. I feel when I was at Norfolk, I had that same feeling that they could be champions in every sport. And I've said this about Southern. I said about Norfolk State. Those programs are sleeping giants. They're just waiting on the right people to come and wake up those programs.
Witt said Deshaun Jackson's been quiet all year long and ain't doing nothing but putting belt to ass on everyone.
Oh yeah, and I think he's going to get better. I think once they,
I knew
that
they
he
was
will.
like that when they scored against Delaware State.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think that they will get better. What you're seeing this year, I think his team will be better next year, and I think the Vic's team will be better next year. Now that is Dr. Kadesh, you're right. Now, what I thought they said last night that the offensive coordinator, who I thought did a great job at coordinating that offense, was from Bowie State. Was that true? And then my question is, how could he be from Bowie State and he didn't go with Coach Wilson to Morgan? What's the story behind that? Because I was really impressed with the X's and O's. Now, one of them backs that Delaware State has, that kid from Baltimore, that kid's a pro prospect. He's the one that took off last night for about 70 yards. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. That kid's a pro prospect. That kid took off last night. And I mean, first of all, he kind of lost his balance, regained his balance, and then turned the jet. So that kid's a pro prospect. I think they said he was from Baltimore. His hometown was Baltimore, Maryland. That kid's a pro prospect. Now, I really liked their offensive line. And like I said, they're going to get bigger. They're going to get better. I thought that quarterback that came over from Sacramento State was a very experienced quarterback. I liked him. Like I said, the main thing
was
about
asking about which coach? Which coach was you asking about?
He's the offensive coordinator at Delaware State. I thought I heard them say last night that this guy was at Bowie State. And my thing is, how could he be?
Naima Washington?
Yeah. Now, read his biography. Where is he from? Did he come from Bowie State?
They don't got no biography for him.
Oh, they don't? Well, anyway, I was very impressed with the offensive coordination of Delaware State last night.
He was an NFL assistant who played his college ball at an HBCU. It says he's a Cleveland Brown assistant.
Okay. Well, he did a great job.
He spent the last 2 seasons in Cleveland as the Bill Wills Diversity Coaching Fellow, working with running backs and tight ends. He is a former Bowie State quarterback and has already had success at the college level. Washington's journey to this position is marked by resilience and dedication. So he did play at the Bowie State and he led them to a championship game.
And did it say what years? Now, did he play for Coach Wilson?
It doesn't say what year.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Probably like around 2014, 2015, probably.
That's Coach Wilson, isn't it?
I don't know, Mr. Ford. I'm not over there up in the MEAC.
No, well, actually, that's
Nemo.
CIAA.
His name is spelled Naima and pronounced Nemo. Oh, Nemo,
Yeah,
Washington.
that's CIAA. That's Bowie is a CIAA program.
So yes, so that's his offensive coordinator.
Well, I was very impressed with him last night.
I thought it was exciting. I did think that maybe they kept the game a little bit closer because of who the matchup was, and they just didn't blow out. I felt like that game should have been separated a lot more than 20-27.
Well, it could have been, like I said. The main thing I saw last night is that I might be wrong about this, but I can see Coach Vic and them going out getting a bigger, a faster, a more experienced player with his name recognition.
Right. So they're going to probably get them out of the transfer portal.
Yeah. Now, I would definitely go with the transfer portal and get them offensive line, because one of the things they got to have with what Coach Vic and those are trying to do, they see. Always remember this about a passing game. You can't throw that football if your tackles are not right. If your right tackle and your left tackle are not right, you ain't gonna be able to throw the football effectively. And I thought last night they got to get the bigger offensive linemen. The tackles need to be 6'5", 6'6", about a 290 to 310 tackle that can run. Okay, and so always remember about PWIs, especially on the upper level. We talk about the P4, P5. Third string offensive lineman at a University of Georgia is an All-American in the SWAC or an All-American in the MEAC, i.e. the Kincaid kid. Remember, Kincaid was like third string at Ole Miss. He comes to Grambling. He turns black college football out. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the kid from Vanderbilt that was at FAMU, Musa? Musa was third or fourth string at Vanderbilt. He comes to FAMU and leads them to the Celebration Bowl in a national championship. So that's what I'm quite sure he's going to do. They're going to look at what's going to be a dismiss at a PW4 at the PW at the FBS level, and then they're going to pick up some of them guys. And like I said, they got to beef up that offensive line. I thought Vic's offensive line, I wasn't really impressed with it. But I think that he'll beef it up. He'll beef it up. You'll see the 6'6", 6'5" offensive tackles.
Why did Dr. Kanisha say she wanted Howard to go back to the CIAA?
Because they got the leadership is better. Because I've told y'all over and over, the MEAC hadn't had any. I hadn't had leadership from the commissioner's office now in almost 25 years.
Well, Mr. Ford, we're ready for the tea. You said that you had a meeting today.
Yeah. I talked to some FAMU people at my school. Okay, first and foremost, they thought the season was lost. They can't believe that, people are saying that they could possibly be second or third place. They thought that it would be a losing season. That was number one. Number two, none of them, even though they're all season ticket holders, none of them are going to the game. I posed the question, if Cozy is victorious tomorrow from Jackson, against Jackson, does that guarantee him another year? And it was unanimous. They said yes, even though to their chagrin, they don't want him to come back. They are not for Cozy at all. Okay. Now, one thing that was surprising with them, well, I shouldn't say it was surprising because I've always known this. Not only are they hurt about what's happening in Tallahassee with that football program, they also stated that they would like to see Southern University come back. I was kind of, and most of them, now two of them were in college during the 90s, and they said that in the 90s, when Southern would come to Tallahassee, it meant that they would have two homecomings. They would have their regular homecoming, and then the Southern game was like a homecoming also. But they all did agree that if Coach Coach is victorious tomorrow, that that would definitely save his job. Now they are
They
all
said
just
that even if he did win tomorrow and he lost to Bethune-Cookman, he's still gone.
well, they really don't want him to come back.
Can't lose to Bethune.
Yeah, they no,
Can't lose to
the crew
Bethune.
that I talked to today is anti-Cozy all the way. They don't want him to come back.
You see, I don't know. I feel like whoever the powers that be, or all these folks that wielded all this power to move folks from being AD, move folks from being the coach, like it's just a downward spiral, Mr. Ford.
Well, you know, you used
it's
to.
not just
Let me say this.
HBCU.
Let me say this. You used to make the point about, in a joking manner, about the dysfunction in the president's office, the dysfunction in the AD's office, and as I stated to you earlier, you were absolutely right. That's what's holding them back. Now, supposedly they've heard about this Republican guy from Florida State that the grapevine or the street committee saying is going to be FAMU's next AD. They've heard about this, but they don't really know, but they're not too happy about, this whole thing that he's supposed to be, this Republican MAGA and all this stuff. Because we did talk about that a little bit today.
So, okay, that's the thing. He's from Florida State. The coach is they got too many Florida State folks over there. They might, just like that young lady said, they might.
But the president is, I think, is a University of Florida graduate, isn't she?
Well, they are, but you know what? What I will say is this, that we're actually seeing that this is not just exclusive to HBCUs. LSU, the governor basically said the AD's not going to be picking the next coach, and he's meddling in LSU sports business. And it just seems
the school is kind of backed off from that. They did pick up a black guy who once, I think, played for LSU. And according the official line from the university was that this guy would be given the authority to pick the next coach. Now, personally, for me, I don't think it should be really simple. If the LSU people got in a sense, go right over there to Oxford, Mississippi, and pull that check out and tell Lane Kiffin how much you want. That's not hard. That's not hard.
If I'm Lane, I'm not going nowhere.
I don't know. I can't listen. Let me say this. I need you to listen to me. No, listen to me. You got University of Florida is open. You have LSU is open. Penn State is open. Ole Miss can't match up to those three universities. I can't see him staying at Ole Miss, and you got LSU open, you got University of Florida open, and you got Penn State open.
I feel like he would stay at Ole Miss because it's not as much pressure.
No, you don't understand the coaching. No, you don't understand the coaching progression. You got a chance to get at a LSU, University of Florida, Penn State, and you're going to stay in Oxford? That don't make no sense. And I don't believe he's going to stay. If he doesn't go to LSU, he'll go to Florida. If he doesn't go to Florida, he'll go to Penn State. You're talking about three major programs, and you're talking about you're going to stay in Oxford. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And I know that the people around him misleading. You know what? That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. You're at LSU, okay? You went and got this joke, okay? Brian Kelly, who down there got a fake accent and all that mess. Okay, all you got to do is get on that jet and go up there to Oxford and tell him, listen, let's sit down, let's eat these pancakes, and then you pull that checkbook out and say how much you want. That's how they handle it on the PWI, on the FBS level. It's not the mess that we go through. This is not rocket science.
What the mess do we go to? What type of mess did we go through?
Well, first and foremost, we might not have an AD in place. And then if you got one like Southern. I done told you 100 times, like that Roman Banks down there. He don't know a championship coach if one hit him in the head. Okay. You got that kind of mess going on. Then, like you said, which is correct, you got all this dysfunction. You like somebody like I think Miss Whitley just said, call that lady sticky fingers or whatever. You got that mess going on. Then you got MAGA Marva. You got that mess going on. So, hey, it's just a number of things.
I'm so glad I went to JSU. So glad I went to JSU. So glad I went to JSU. Singing hallelujah. Woo! I'm so glad. Mr. Ford, we really do got to get together at Jackson State, though. We got to get together with our president as well.
Well, the main thing that you have is that you have Boy Wonder. The guy who he has the Midas touch. I keep telling people eventually you'll see Jackson State win it in football, men and women's basketball, baseball, track and field, because you have Ashley Robinson and he has a Midas touch. That's the key for you. Okay. And so what they got at FAMU, they got a suspended AD, right? What they got? What they call it?
No, that AD gone. Well,
I'm talking about that lady that Miss Whitley calls Sticky Fingers. Gone. Is she actually gone or she's on paid leave?
No, they are getting ready to name that man from Florida State. I was telling you.
Okay. Well,
you know what's crazy is that 2 weeks ago, they were basically, it came out that she was, not going to be the AD anymore. Okay. And them folks was hot when that came out. Where is the official one? Where is the official announcement? Look, that is one thing that you don't want to happen is for somebody to come in like Marva, who, she doesn't know anything about sports, and be the person that's going to choose who your next AD is.
Well, like I've always told you, and I continue to say to you.
And then they picking a Republican. That be so obvious with the stuff.
Yeah, but championships start in the president's office. That starts in the president's office. But like I said, the whole thing down at LSU is not rocket science. It's just about getting on the jet and flying up to Oxford and letting him know how much do you want?
Dang, it's gonna be that easy.
That's what it's all about. He's the hardest thing out. Now he's silly and he does all kind of stupid stuff. But when it comes to football, listen, I ain't no darn You think I give a damn about Ole Miss? But when they play, I watch it because I learn offensively from him.
I just don't want to see like the thing that we're seeing with these HBCUs and their athletic programs being taken over. That's just not something that you want to see, especially in the SWAC, where I feel like we're getting ready to progress and take all of our programs to new heights in terms of revenue and streaming.
It's the potential is there, but we got to get the right people as AD. Like I told you before, I'm very impressed with the guy at Prairie View Golf. I'm very impressed with him. I'm very impressed with the AD at Alabama A&M. I'm very impressed with the AD at Alabama State. Okay, I even like Reggie Theus. Okay, but then you got people like Roman Banks, who's in the way, who's incompetent, and he's holding up a sleeping giant.
Lord, you've been talking about that man for like at least a year and a half, maybe even 2. I've been saying it like,
Well,
hey, y'all
I've
gonna
been
have to do
upset with
something over
him.
here.
I thought that he totally mishandled the Dawson Odom's thing. I thought that it was awful. And I continue to say to you, he destroyed Southern's football program and he cannot repair it.
So I wanted to share this information with you just because I feel like it's kind of one of those things where it's like first they laugh and then they copy to a certain extent. And that is when the HBCU combine came out and stuff like that, they basically laughed about it and said, well, why they can't just go to the regular NFL combine. So now the AFCA, the NCAA, and NFL are teaming up for the first ever FCS showcase during the 2026 NCAA FCS Championship in Nashville. Around 50 draft-eligible players will be evaluated by NFL scouts for exposure, early evaluation, and player development. So what I mean, like, I see it all the time. Like, I'll see people have negative things to say about opportunities that are made for specifically for HBCU players, like the Celebration Bowl, is something that's been championed for us. And then of course, you have the HBCU Legacy Bowl that's been championed specifically for HBCU players. And I always hear people say things like, well, they need to compete against the regular all of FCS. Or for one things that they said was, well, why don't they just get invited to the main NFL combine? Why do they get to have a separate section for themselves? Well, now the around 50 draft eligible players will be evaluated by NFL scouts for exposure, early evaluation, and player development. So there's going to be an event at FCS Championship that will showcase players. The purpose of this event is to provide a premier evaluation platform for about 50 FCS prospects who are eligible for the 2026 NFL Draft. It will provide invited players with a complete evaluation by NFL team scouting staff while leveraging the national spotlight of the championship. The championship game will be played Monday, January 5th in Vanderbilt's First Bank Stadium and broadcast on ESPN. So, they're going to have an FCS showcase.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but we just still need to have our own. Okay. Yes. I'm happy for them there. But we do need to have our own that we control, we finance.
Right. So the student athletes are invited to the event. Well, basically what I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with it. I just want folks to just be, it's the same thing as a kind of like a legacy bowl. If you want to look at it without the bowl game, it's like the combine, right? But it just goes to show you that when it comes to certain things that the HBCUs are already doing, that they already have, that, we are the premier in terms of like what I'm not going to say they're mimicking, but it's just kind of like they're gravitating towards things that we already have in place and some things that we're already doing. And they're looking at it and saying, hey, let's try this. Let's try it. It's going to be a premier event. They're going to be able to get evaluated. They're going to do interviews. They do the same thing with the the HBCU Legacy Bowl. I do like that it is on the NFL Network. And Steve Weiss is one of the big contributors to that, as well as
he's a Howard University graduate.
So, you know, I'm not complaining because this also gives an opportunity for some of the HBCU prospects to also participate in it. I'm just saying, like, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let me see when the HBCU Legacy Bowl is this year. When is it? When is the 2026 HBCU Legacy Bowl? Oh, Saturday, February 21st, 2026.
Hey, Mr. Jones, what's the score of the world? I was watching it, but what's the score of the World Series? What's the score?
So that's good. That's good for some prospects. Hopefully, a couple of HBCU prospects will be invited to that particular.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Event as well. What did they say? Somebody in the chat said he wouldn't be able to put it against a pedigree program. Who is a pedigree program that we have left on our schedule? Mr. Ford, they said DMSR 76 said Lockhart is electric, but needs polishing. He probably won't be efficient enough to put up 40 points against a pedigreed program. Which program do we have left on our schedule that's pedigreed, Mr. Ford? We got FAMU, Alcorn, Bethune-Cookman, and Valley. Which one is pedigree?
I mean, you know, historically,
FAMU, no. We're not
yes,
talking about
they do.
historically.
Yes, they do. Yeah, historically, they've have a pedigree. I've told you that over and over. That in 80 years
Ford,
they only had 12 losing seasons. Yeah, they have a pedigree. But like I told the people today that asked me, my thing is this: if Jacobian Morgan does not play, basically that gives FAMU a chance. Now, that guy that you talk and brag about, I know I say it wrong. Is it Stouffer? How did I say that right?
please stop saying Stouffer like stovetop Stouffer. No,
Okay, what's
Stouffer?
Stouffer? I don't.
Stofa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stofa.
Okay, so if it's Stouffer, I can see FAMU with an upset win. Okay, now the Lockhart kid, what you do with him? You ride that offensive line. You got a big, beautiful offensive line. Okay, you got a multi-talented backfield, and you run the ball. And then once they have to come up in that box, that's when you let him throw. You make the rhythm throws. Okay, so I'll say it again. If Jacoby is not going to play, turn the game over to that offensive line. Turn the game over to that offensive line. Let them run that football. And when Fam brings the 8 in the box to stop that run, that's when you let him throw the football.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. They was telling me RJ Johnson is not too shabby.
Well, he's improved. I think he's improved because
so has he improved, or has the offensive line improved? They're gelling now. Is it one of those situations?
Well, they aren't they on a 2-game winning streak? They beat Alcorn, they beat Southern, so they're on a 2-game winning streak. Is that right?
Let's see. So he's definitely improved. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, from what I was told today that he has improved, according to the people I talked to. I haven't seen them since the Alabama State game,
Well,
And
he versus Southern, he was throwing at 68.8%, 287 yards, 1 touchdown. It doesn't seem like he's too much of a he doesn't seem like he's too much of a dual threat. So he had 6 attempts for 21 yards, 1 touchdown.
well,
And
you know, I don't
then
know if I said this to you, but I know I said it to Doc. I said from the time I saw him, he's in the wrong offense. They got him in the wrong offense. I mean, that's another story for another day, but that's how I felt about him. I thought he was in the
what you
wrong
mean?
offense.
It ain't no another story for no another day. Tomorrow is Jackson State going up against them. Speak,
Yeah,
Mr.
but
Ford.
you
What
know,
kind of
like
offense is
I
he
told
in?
you, I told you, I thought that he was the Dan Fouts kind of guy, and he should be played with 2 tight ends. 2 tight end. What did I think they call
You
it?
be wanting every football. I mean, every quarterback to have them 2 tights or even 3.
Well, no, I do like the tight ends. I once coached tight ends, and I know the difference. 7 is greater than 5. You put up 5, you got the 2 tackles, the 2 guards, and that's 7. That's 5. You bring them 2 tights in, that's 7. And I'm talking about you got 2 tights who are just like tackles. Because I've been on a program where we would bring them tight ends in. That was just like adding another tackle. Now, hey, I don't care what front you get in, you can't stop that now.
Well, they were even like SWAC Media Day. Coach Cozy said that FAMU is a run first offense. He said that. Jackson State does have the number 1 rushing defense and offense in the SWAC. They were soft in the middle last year. I believe they still a little bit soft in the middle too. Don't you think? Ain't they still soft in the middle, Mr. Ford?
I thought they were undercoached in the middle. I've said to
So
you,
you believe they have the personnel that they need in the middle now?
well, I've said this to you a couple of times. After Smitty Rock left Tallahassee, they forgot how to play defense at Florida A&M. They really did. They forgot how to play defense.
Damn, Jamal. That man was running, boy. It says Jamal Haley in the game versus Southern. How do you even let somebody run that damn much? Good Lord. Jamal Haley ran 162 yards against Southern.
Right.
8 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. How do you even run that damn much on somebody? One person, you couldn't stop a nosebleed. And then in terms of rushing, they didn't even have Trey running that much. And Trey's supposed to be elite in terms of oh, okay. Trey did have 149 yards, so he was running. They did have both of them running up and down the field. It was a run fest. You see how much you can run. I'm gonna see how much I can run. So they did a lot of running. Jackson State has good run defense, but you got to tackle. You got to get them tackles. You can't be dropping. You cannot not tackle. You got to wrap it up. Coach Quinn been quiet this week. You must not have seen him early this week. He wasn't quiet early this week, but he done got quiet. You got to wrap up them tackles. I feel like the plays that we dropped were mostly like drop coverage, missed tackles, yards after catch, run after contact, yards after contact. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, one of the things I think that Coach Quinn has to do is that he's got to make that front seven sharper because he's getting beat in the back there. And see, if you really tight in the front seven, you can cover up those mistakes in the defensive backfield. And that's one of the things they got to do.
Okay. You
Well,
talking about Tamon Wells?
Well, it's like I
Jeremiah
told you the other
Williams?
night. There's a standard that we're used to seeing in the defensive backfield at Jackson. That standard is not being met right now. It's not being met. But how you cover that up is you make it really tight up in the front seven. Because, see, the front seven can cover up mistakes in the defensive secondary.
They can't. I'm not going to say that they can't do it, but for the love of God, if I see 335, I'm going to scream. I know that you said you're supposed to, it's to disguise this and disguise that. Oh Lord, if it's a run first offense, please put 5 up there. Right? Don't you put 5? 5-2?
Yeah. That's the defense.
5-2-4. You put
yeah.
You put Quincy Ivory up there on the edge. Tamon Wells, Jeremiah Williams.
You can even go with a 6 front with all of them standing up. Now that was my favorite. Yeah, when he would bring 6 up and he would stand them all up and they would bring that pressure. I thought, man, because y'all had all them athletes that could run to the football last year. And I really liked that last year.
You liked it when they did how many?
They would bring 6. They would stand 6 people up in front of the offensive line. And they would just
I don't mind. Okay, it's just, when you are known for your defense being a certain type of way, they're gonna blitz, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Execution is one thing, but if I know that a team is run first, which FAMU is definitely run first for sure. That's how they get down. I'm definitely putting a minimum of 4 up there, but most certainly might possibly put 5 up there. And just because you put 5 up there, that don't mean that you don't turn it to where 1 drops or 2 drop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, all I'm saying is he threw everything out the playbook versus Alabama State. He even said it. He was like, damn, I threw everything possible. And then, same difference. Like, he was throwing the book at Alabama State. Then you come right in and you throwing in everything at Grambling as well. I'm hoping he installed something new, or, I'm not concerned about the run. That quarterback is sneaky. We need to be more like the 2022 defense. Hell, I'll take last year's defense. Last year's defense wasn't no joke.
No,
RJ will be running for his life. And there's nothing wrong with folks running for their lives. The fact is, when they run for their lives, are you getting them down on the ground? Andrew Body was running for his life quite a few times, and he still was hitting it. We like when you have a quarterback hurry, but we want you to tackle him. JSU should have a problem beating FAMU. It's a down year for them. Tackling, facts, tackling, and no penalties. This year's defense lost to Grambling by 2. How was last year's defense? I think we lost by 20, Dre. We have been a bad job at bringing down the quarterback this season. You know what? I feel like we're really going to get to the quarterback. We need Quincy Ivory to have a game. Body is different in the play. In Grambling, we were out of place. 5 turnovers. It's like nothing in this conference can tackle. Nobody in this conference can tackle. Put that quarterback on the mat. Yeah. Put him on the floor. Put that quarterback on the floor. You know, when we talk about what does FAMU have going for themselves, they have some momentum, right? Because they did win 2 games.
Yeah.
So their confidence is up. You know, they beat
And your starting
Alcorn and they
quarterback,
beat
well,
Southern.
not just that their confidence up. Your starting quarterback is not there.
Lord knows I wanted to say something so smart. I wanted to say something so smart, and I just kept it to myself because I don't need nobody clipping my ass. I'm gonna talk shit after the game. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna talk shit after the game. Marcus Dupree grandson. Get it to number 2.
That's
Mr.
true.
Ford.
Yes.
Marcus Dupree grandson.
Oh
He
yeah.
gonna come down with it.
He's electrifying.
Just get him.
He and that Rembrandt
Open
kid are
area, get him.
electrifying.
Marcus Dupree grandson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's electrifying.
Y'all worried about the distraction committee. I'll be worried about the SWAC refs and Bragg tomorrow. Okay, so let's talk about some couple things that we're gonna need. We're gonna need to be holding on to our timeouts for dear life. Because we need those timeouts to challenge stuff. 3-1 Dodgers in the 9th, Mr. Ford.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We definitely worried about them refs. That's why we need to be. It kind of felt like, Mr. Ford, and I hate to say it, but it was some bullshit calls. In the words of Mickey Joseph, there were some bullshit calls.
Oh yeah.
At the Grambling game. The catch outside and the fumble, because the young man, and I don't know his status, but we're going to keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Of course, it's T-Set, but T-Set fumbled that ball, and it was recovered by Jackson State. That was our ball. And that would have put us in Grambling territory to score a touchdown. Where are we ranked defensively for sacks and total turnovers? Let's go ahead and look at these SWAC stats. Hopefully they're updated. I don't know. I was thinking about streaming that game, but I know I'll be cussing, and I don't need to be cussing like that up in folks' face cussing. But I was thinking about streaming the FAMU game tomorrow. I just think it's going to be electric, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's going to be.
I think that Jackson
So
State
is it official? Is it officially a sellout yet?
No, you just told us that folks who are season ticket holders are not going.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it can't be a sellout.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
So, Jackson State is 4th for sacks by Jackson State. We have 14 sacks. Grambling State has 17. Bethune-Cookman and Prairie View have 15. In terms of rushing, this is probably what we need to lean. I don't know. Hopefully a couple of those running backs practice their handoffs, because we don't need no fumbling for our rush attack.
Right.
Braxton. It will be 16. Dre said there's only gonna be 16,000 folks there.
At Bragg,
Yeah.
he said only 16,000.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get the like oh, never mind. No more kickoffs or kick out of bounds. Please don't kick it out of bounds. Oh my God. That thing
Oh, I
is
see what
bright. You
brother
can barely
Jay
see.
Blue. Okay, he says there are a lot of tickets on Ticketmaster. Okay, all right.
You know them family folks do not want to see. I'm surprised though because the Sonic Boom of the South is coming.
Well, I talked to FAMU. Let's see, it was 1, 2, 3 of them were ticket holders and have been ticket holders for years. They were saying they didn't want to go down there and see Jackson Clown on our fam at Bragg either.
Damn, that's sad
Yes,
that you don't support your team. You
and
should
they
at
they
least
are
go to
there.
for the
They
band.
now 2 of them was saying that they didn't know if they were going to go to the Florida Classic, which I know they've gone for the Florida Classic. I know in the last 15 years, every year. I've known them to go every year. But at the same time, I'm telling you, they are really down on Cozy. They just don't feel Cozy is the guy for Florida A&M.
Were these same people bigging up Cozy when he first got there? Were they excited about him?
No, they were weeping about
Willie Simmons.
Willie Simmons. Yeah, they especially the women. They were just toe up
Oh,
about
the
Willie
women
Simmons.
really was weeping.
Yes, real bad. Because
Willie.
they liked Willie, man. Willie was their guy.
Yes, season ticket holders was selling their tickets. They sold their tickets. They said they're preparing for the Florida Classic. I got my ticket from a season ticket holder. Damn. Better have our shoes strapped on tight when Bethune-Cookman comes to the vet. Mr. Ford, Willie is gone and he has not looked back since.
Yeah, he lost this week. Did you see that?
He ain't studying FAMU. He lost to Jerry Mack, Jackson State.
No. He lost to somebody else
Oh, he
this
lost
week.
to somebody else? So
Yeah.
he got two losses in a week in a row.
See
Who
if
he
you can
lose
pull
to
it
this
up.
week?
See, pull up that schedule. See, they played either Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Why are they playing all the way in the middle of the night? What is up with that?
Because they that's how
weird.
ESPN because they're in Conference USA, I think.
Oh, damn. They lost to Missouri State by 1
That's who it was.
touchdown.
Yep, that's right. They lost to
They got their
Missouri
ass whooped
State.
by Kennesaw State, though. Kennesaw
Yeah,
State took
yeah,
it to the woodshed, 45-26.
yeah. I watched that game. I saw that. Kennesaw was
You
better.
said, now, why did they
offensively.
have them playing in the middle of the week? Oh,
Because
Wednesday.
that's the Conference USA's time is it's like a Tuesday or Wednesday night on ESPN or ESPN2.
So let's get our score predictions in. Mr. Ford, what do you think? You think it's going to be a close game? You think it's going to be a blowout? Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and say without Jacobian starting, what do you think the score is going to be?
I'm still picking Jackson to win by
I want to see the line is like 19. That's with that. I don't know if Vegas, hopefully Vegas is not interfering with it, but Vegas got Jackson State favored by like 19 points.
No, I can't see that. They must
And I
not
don't know if
Jacobian's not playing. They must not know that.
you said they must not know.
Yeah.
They're not gonna know.
Because I can't see them beating that. No.
Ladarius, why you over here calling our games correctly? Go call a Southern game correctly. This could be a breakout game for Lockhart.
Yeah, it could be. But what I would see, I would turn the game up to offensive line. I would run it and then throw it. But I would be patient with that run game first. With that offensive line that you have, I'd be patient with that run game.
Aubrey Miller, Denero Davenport on third and short. You do not have to throw the ball. Give Amari Matthews the ball and let him punch that through.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't be scared to take your fourth and shorts. Trust your offense. Don't play it safe. I'm sorry. SU is not a team. Don't worry. Ahmad Miller, Dre. Don't worry. Nobody's worried about Southern. Southern's not even worried about Southern. Mr. Ford, they in the chat talking about don't worry about Southern. Tell them, Mr. Ford, Southern not even worried about Southern.
Well, I'm going to say this. It's always good when Southern's winning, and Southern has a good football and a championship.
Messy. Jerome being messy.
What Jerome say?
Mr. Ford, who you got? The Boom or the Marching 100? Right answers only, Mr. Ford.
Okay, who I got? The Boom or the 100?
You know the Boom going to Tallahassee, right? We call it Jackahassee.
I'll tell you what, I'm happy that they're going. The only thing better than that was if that game was here in Atlanta. Boy, could you imagine the crowd they'd have tomorrow?
I don't think that FAMU would show up because they'll be embarrassed to get their ass whooped.
Yeah, but Atlanta would show up.
Jay Blue said the Boom already there in Jackahassee.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Jackahassee, Florida.
Yeah,
I bet you they probably was recruiting. Whenever Sonic Boom of the South goes on away visits, they always end up playing at a local high school or playing somewhere in the area. I wouldn't be surprised if they are in Marching 100's territory doing some type of performance tonight.
Yeah, I can believe that because I remember when they had the SWAC MEAC challenge here, Southern went around and electrified this town. Everybody was talking about them.
This is the Boom's first trip to Jackahassee since 1995. We got some scores to settle, and FAMU don't travel, so we had to come take over their house. This is the Built Bragg, right, Mr. Ford? Isn't Bragg from Jackson, Mississippi? I mean, didn't he come from Jackson State?
I think so. Yeah. It was a
Mr.
father
Bragg.
and a son. Yeah, that's right.
It sure was.
Yeah.
That's right. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, the Braggs. It was Juby Bragg, I think. You could put that name in there and see if anything comes. Juby Bragg. I'm trying to think. Was that the dad or was that the son?
Juby Bragg. Juby Barton Bragg. He was an American college football coach and an athletic administrator. He was the first head football coach at Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Bragg coached the team on and off from 1907 through 1930 and also served as head football coach at Alabama's Talladega College. His son Eugene Bragg was head football coach at Florida A&M from 1934 to 1935. Bragg was a charter member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, Beta Nu chapter on the campus of Florida A&M.
Now, you know there's still some Bragg relatives in Tallahassee. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah. Like a great-great-grandson or something. Yeah. Yeah. They had him on television.
Doobie Bragg was the head coach in 1913 at Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say he was at Jackson State with his son, and his son was attending the kids' college. Like there was like a not a kids' college. He was attending college school on the college campus. Excuse me, I couldn't get it out. Like when his son was little, he was on campus. Bragg's son Eugene was enrolled in the Jackson College primary school. Eugene attended Jackson College from the 1st to the 7th grade. During this time, it was normal for grade school children to attend classes on campus with college students at many HBCUs. Oh, that is so cute. I like that J. There we go, the Bill Bragg. Let me pull it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. I like that sweater. I need one of them. Dodgers won 3-1, forcing a game 7, Mr. Ford.
Right. So when's the next game? Sunday? What time's the next game?
Yep.
Is it Sunday night?
I don't know. Co-pilot 1911 said winning SWAC programs get their coaches from Jackson State. When Bama State won their championship, Alcorn with Steve McNair, keep going. Ooh. The coach that was coaching Eddie Robinson Jr., he was a Jackson State. He was from Jackson State, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, you're talking about Houston Markham. Yeah. Yeah, he was an Alcorn graduate.
Jackson. He was a what?
He was an Alcorn graduate. His name was Houston Markham. He was a big-time high school coach in Vicksburg. He was famous. W.C. Gordon brought him to Jackson as offense coordinator. He left Jackson and went to Alabama State. That's when he got Eddie Robinson and those guys.
Oh, he passed away in 2019 at the age of 75.
Yeah, that's him. Houston Markham. I met him.
Black coach legend, Brookhaven native.
Yeah, I met him.
He spent 12 seasons as an assistant coach at Jackson State.
He was offense coordinator. That's back in the days when Jackson was running the wishbone.
I need one of them, Jay. I need one of them sweaters. That is the classic. No, Bishop said game 7 is tomorrow. On a Saturday.
It's tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. They don't get a break.
I can't see it. I got too many cops. You know, listen, I got to see some PWIs early. Then I got to see Alabama State and Prairie View at 3. And I got to watch Jackson and no, that game can't be tomorrow. It's got to be Sunday. It's too many college games on tomorrow.
Well, in terms of HBCUs, I have the schedule here. Well, goodness gracious. North Carolina A&T versus Towson on Flow Sports at 11. Florida Memorial versus Weber is on Urban Edge Network. Elizabeth City State at Bowie State is on CIAA Sports Network at 12. Johnson C. Smith at Fayetteville State is on CIAA Sports Network at 12. Morgan State at South Carolina State is on ESPN Plus at 1 o'clock. Alabama A&M at Grambling State is on SWAC TV at 2. Alabama State at Prairie View is on SWAC TV at 2. Alcorn State at Texas Southern is on HBCU Go at 2. They got all of the SWAC games at 2 o'clock. Valley at Bethune-Cookman is on SWAC TV at 2. Southern at UAPB is on SWAC TV at 2. North Carolina Central at Howard is on ESPN Plus at 2:30. Who you got for that game, Mr. Ford? Central? I think I need to change mine. Tennessee State versus Lindenwood is at 3:30. Jackson State at FAMU on ESPN Plus at 6. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. I'm over here just a reading. JY, y'all finna lose to Grambling. I dropped the link for Mr. Ford. South Carolina State is playing Howard. No wonder Dr. Kanisha was getting on me. I don't know now. Who y'all, Mr. Ford?
Uh-huh.
South Carolina State plays Howard this weekend at Howard. Who you got?
Shennisburg. Shennisburg.
We making it 4 in a row. Alabama A&M versus Grambling, Mr. Ford. Who you got?
Alabama A&M.
Grambling. You don't got Grambling?
No. Mm-mm.
After they just beat Jackson State, they gonna lose
No.
to Alabama A&M?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At home? In the hole?
Yeah. We ain't got no quarterback.
I thought that other quarterback did pretty good. And
Which
Alabama A&M
one?
ain't got a quarterback neither.
They got it back up. Yeah, man. No, we ain't gonna beat them.
Damn, Mr. Ford.
We ain't gonna beat them.
Dang, they saying Grambling won't win another game. You ain't got no faith in the G, Mr. Ford.
No, I'm just we ain't got no quarterback.
Alabama A&M doesn't have a quarterback either.
Yeah, that second kid can play. That I can't think his name.
Hanley.
Yeah, he can play. I mean, he's young, but
he was
he's
on the
gonna be
Jerry
on.
Rice watch list.
Huh?
He was on the Jerry Rice watch list.
Okay.
Ed said Alabama A&M's backup is not as good as the first string.
Yeah, because you said that Quad Brown guy's out for the year, right?
Mr. Ford, if the Grambling loses to Alabama A&M in the hole, do they lose their G again, or do they keep it?
No, that was that stupid stuff that what's that guy's name? Hugh Jackson. That's one of the reasons they have to take
Grambling, dear Grambling.
Yeah.
Brown is out for the year. Brown
Right.
who?
His name was Quad Brown. That's the guy that at one time was at Georgia State.
Alabama A&M's. I wonder, does he still get a medical red shirt? Because that was more than 4 games. I'm wondering, is he going to get a medical red shirt?
That'll be interesting. If they get him back next year, that's going to be really good.
Do you think so? I think that Sam Shea try to pivot away from everything. That right?
Sam Shea's just got to get that front 7 together. You got to get that front 7 together.
I know
got to go get some reinforcements.
The alums are they just can't fathom how their season is going in terms of losing to Bethune-Cookman. Then they lost really, really bad to Alabama State. I'm talking about bad. Like they said, well, damn, we ain't, at least when we got our ass, when we lost the class, we didn't get our ass whooped that damn bad. We got our asses toe up. They said, well, dang, at least when we was getting our ass whooped, we didn't get it whooped that bad. Good Lord. They lost to Bethune-Cookman, lost to Jackson State. They beaten Valley, lost to Alabama State. Now they going to Grambling, and then they got Prairie View. Who you think they can beat Prairie View?
No. No.
Alabama A&M is a non-factor. Next.
Yeah, they got to get another recruiting class or two in. They'll be all right. He got to build that defense. Got to build a defense. He's got to get that front. He got to make that front seven dominant. It's not, the front seven can't take control of the game. That's what he's got to do. He'll do it. Don't worry. They know what's going on. Now, Brother White, y'all not upsetting PV. You can forget that.
Dang, Mr. Ford.
Huh?
Well, I'm glad we get to see Alabama State in action because they've been on a tour.
I told you that guy. Listen, Alabama State right now has the top quarterback in HBCU football. They got the top player in HBCU football. This guy's on a mission. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder, and he's punishing people. He's putting belt to ass.
He's punishing everybody not named Jackson State.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. And he's proven the point that I've said to you over and over. We are sick and tired of them damn divisions. And he's proving that point.
We are so glad for the divisions.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. And why you ain't asking for the MEAC to get a championship game? That you know that they could end in a 3-way tie. If each team loses one game, they could end in a 3-way tie. Why you ain't advocating for a championship game at the MEAC?
The MEAC don't have enough teams, for one thing.
They over there playing rock, paper, scissors on who's gonna be the. Yeah. They're all MEAC.
I mean, that season is so short. It's almost like a little, to me, like a 2-weekend or 3-weekend. You know, it's like a little tournament.
Who won in the MEAC championship? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No, it's South Carolina State. Ain't no rock, paper, nothing. It's South Carolina State.
Delaware State to the Celebration Bowl, Mr. Ford. That's how they figure out who going to the MEAC championship in a 3-way tie. Yeah, do they all get a trophy? Do they all get championship rings?
Well, I'm gonna say this: if Delaware State goes to that Celebration Bowl, that defense will give up 50 points easily, maybe 60.
South Carolina State gave up 37,
and they gonna give up 50. Delaware State gonna give up 50.
South Carolina State go back to the Celebration Bowl, and it's South Carolina State versus who? If it's Alabama State, they gonna give up 60. If it's Jackson State, they gonna give up 40. Like, Mr. Ford, let's just keep it a buck here. Where is the MEAC physicality at?
Let's see.
I ain't seen it. That MEAC physicality ain't been. No, Morgan State used to have it, but they done fell off too.
Yeah.
Dre says South Carolina State gonna put Delaware State across their lap.
Yeah, I could see that.
What? Oh Lord. I got this ending next week at most. The MEAC is gonna be, you're gonna already know who's Who's doing what? Morgan State ain't gonna beat Delaware. Delaware State got to drop one. Who do you think they can make drop? Oh, okay, never mind. It's North Carolina Central at Howard. Morgan State at South Carolina State. It's crazy that they only have like 3 games. Like, I'm not used to seeing that. Oh, Mr. Ford.
Uh-huh.
Is Deshaun Jackson on Trey Oliver's level?
No. No.
He beat him.
Yep, he's still not on his level.
How does the MEAC let a new coach win 2 years in a row? How you let this is why in the SWAC, that's how them coaches be getting fired, because how this coach come in year 1 and they whooping up on you and you? How?
I have no idea. I think the way things are going right now, I think he repeats. Chinnis and those repeat as MEAC champions. I think they
Think they
repeat.
gonna send him back again? And you said his defense is worse than last year.
Well,
Then you say
I
his
don't know.
defense is worse than last year.
I think that they're better because this is the second year of the Chinnis very era. So they at least they got a year under their belt of playing together. Yeah, I did say that, Graham. I did say that Trey Oliver. And do I think Jackson's on Trey Oliver's level? No, I don't.
Drake said South Carolina State is clearly the best MEAC team.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
But your assessment is you were not impressed with South Carolina State's defense. So, and last year but everybody thought that South Carolina State offensively and defensively, they had what it took to go against Jackson State.
Well, until I saw it. And the first thing I know is, like you were talking about physicality, that offensive line beat their defensive line up so bad last year down there at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. I mean, it was just clear from the very beginning to the end of the game. Jackson's offensive line was just too strong. They were too strong. They were too big. They were just too big. And that was one of the things I thought he would, remedy this year, was to go and get bigger, faster athletes.
Well, you said that he got the offensive line together. It's the defensive line, right?
Yeah, the defensive line is not as dominant as I've seen South Carolina State defensive lines be.
And that's a problem when you have big backs that like to just tear through defensive lines.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Is the government going to open up by Thanksgiving? A lot of people will be stranded at the airport. Mm-hmm. I like what Delaware State is doing too. I like it. I like their
I do too, and I think they're going to get. I think they'll be better next year.
I didn't know that the quarterback was that good. I thought the way they were.
Yeah, and I think he's very experienced. That's what I see about him. He's well oiled.
The way they were speaking, they were talking about Delaware State's rushing, but the quarterback was impressive last night.
Yeah, I thought he was too. Now, he's a kid that transferred from Sacramento State, I think. He came from Sacramento State.
The only thing if Delaware State gets a defense, if he can keep the same level of offense and he gets a defense for next year, he's definitely, some big backs. He's
Yeah, like I said,
definitely gonna be,
that kid from Baltimore is a pro prospect. And he's definitely, what they wearing 7? What was his number last night? Was it 7?
is that the one that was running all up and down the field on them folk?
Yeah, he made a 71-yard run last night.
Let me look it up. Oh, did you see that catch by the Norfolk receiver? So
Yeah, they couldn't match up with Norfolk receivers all night.
Hayden Bennett.
Yeah, they couldn't match up with them all night.
And then the running back James Jones.
Was that number 7? Yeah, that kid's the pro. What's his classification?
Junior.
Whoa. Oh boy. He gonna smoke the MEAC again. He gonna smoke them.
He gonna take them to the cleaners.
Yeah, that. I'm telling you, that kid's a pro prospect. What's his size?
Let me see. James Jones, 6'2", 205 pounds.
Yeah. Man. What's his high school?
Baltimore, Maryland, Owings Mills.
Okay. Yeah.
You familiar with that high school?
The one that we always knew was Dunbar. That was Bob Wade's school back in the 80s. Dunbar. Well, originally Dunbar was feeding the University of Maryland. They had a guy named Lefty Driesell. I don't know. Are you familiar with Lefty?
No, but I just think they're like. I mean, they put 38 up on Monmouth.
Yeah.
They
did
17 against Delaware. The only reason why they lost to Sacred Heart 31-35 is because 4 players got ejected, including the starting quarterback. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. I do not see. I mean, they have 3 games left: Morgan State, Howard, and South Carolina State. Dr. Kanisha seems to think Howard can put up a fight.
Well, I think they will too, but now that game is in DC or it's in Dover?
Which one? The Howard one? The Howard is in Dover.
Okay.
At the Baltimore, the one at Morgan State, that's gonna be next Friday. Why do they keep getting all these Friday games?
No, they upgraded that game. That's why they gave them the Friday game, so they could get more eyes on them. Yeah, there'll be a lot of. Lord willing, I'll be trying to watch that game too.
You want to watch them watch Morgan State get their ass whooped? I'm gonna just keep it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I mean, they're entertaining. Now, to me, like I said, we're talking about their offense, but the most important thing for Delaware State is that defense has to improve. If they're gonna do these things y'all saying about coming to the Celebration Bowl and they're gonna beat South Carolina State and all that defense got to get better. They got to get better.
Morgan State only wins on their schedule are against D2, Central State, Miles College, and Virginia University of Lynchburg. And I don't even think
so. Timona, the question I have to ask you is Damon Wilson on the hot seat? Could this be his last year?
Yes, absolutely. You know, at least those last couple of years, at least he was competitive defensively. They ain't hitting on shit this year, Mr. Ford.
Well, he might have to go.
When I tell you,
they got an influx. What did that lady give them? $50 million? Man, they got some money up there they getting ready to start a medical school. They got some money at Morgan now.
That's crazy. The only wins they have are, it's really crazy when you think about the person who be talking the most stuff about Jackson State and how we play. They played Central State University, Miles College, Virginia University of Lynchburg. They played Howard and lost. They got to play South Carolina State tomorrow. They lose. They got to play Delaware State on Friday. Lose. They got to play Norfolk State. They might be able to squeak out a win against Norfolk. Norfolk ain't hitting on. Woo! Vic got to do
I saw
something
some
about
good
that.
things last night. I saw some good things from Norfolk last night. Like I said, it's just his first year. Number one thing is you got to go and you got to get a more athletic, a bigger offensive tackle. Okay, you got to build that. You got to build from the tackle. And the other thing, if I was Vic, I'd go get me some big tight ends. I'd go get me some 6'5", 6'6" tight ends that can run and catch and block. And I would definitely have to. What I would do for that defensive line, I would go JUCO route. I would go get me some guys out there JUCO ranks and beef up that
Well,
defensive line.
with the likes of Deshaun Jackson and Mike Vick recruiting these really big caliber, talented trenches and stuff like that, you have to step your game up.
Yeah, you got to step your game up, babe. Because they can do some
Delaware
things.
State
Norfolk has
like
money.
No one can
Norfolk has a crowd. They can really do some stuff at Norfolk. Norfolk's, like I told you, they're like Southern. They're a sleeping giant.
All these sleeping giants, and they've been taking L's left and right. I want to say Norfolk is 1-8 for the season.
Yeah, I think so. But I saw some good points about them last night. I saw some things that need to be remedied, need to be taken care of, but I saw some good things.
Did you see some good things about Southern versus FAMU?
You know, I haven't had a chance to go back and watch that game.
If Mr. Ford said, I don't even want to look at that shit.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna measure FAMU's progress by tomorrow when they play Jackson. I'm gonna watch that game.
Don't measure it, because they get ready. I'm not gonna talk too much shit tonight. Matter of fact, I'm finna get off of here. Y'all won't catch me saying nothing out the way. Go Tigers! Before you coming back on here tomorrow night?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm like I said, I'm gonna go get my walk in, Lord willing. Go get my walk in tomorrow morning. 12. The game that I really want to watch is I'm trying to figure this Vanderbilt thing out. All of a sudden, Vanderbilt is a player, and I want to see that Vanderbilt Texas game, and then after that, it's Alabama State and Prairie View, and after Alabama State and Prairie View, it's Jackson and FAMU. So I'll be a couch potato tomorrow.
I will be checking out. Of course, I want to see what Alabama State is doing, because they're in terms of the SWAC rankings and our standings. Alabama State is second to us. So, I'll be checking them out and seeing what they're working with. I'll also be watching Bethune-Cookman. I don't think they should have any struggles tomorrow, but I'll still be looking at them. Let me say they're playing UAPB.
Oh, okay.
But they coming to us next, I think, or after Valley they'll be, and that is a high caliber offense. Cam Ransom was just announced that he'll be at the HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Okay. What's his hometown?
Cam Ransom. So, what do you have to say about Bethune-Cookman's coach, Mr. Ford?
Cam has saved his job.
What?
Cam has saved his job.
That's all you gotta say?
Yeah.
He's from Lakeland, Florida, Armwood
Oh,
High School.
yeah, some athlete. You know,
Formerly
that's where Ray
Supreme
Lewis
Court
is
judge.
from. You know, that's Ray Lewis's hometown.
He played at Georgia Southern and McNeese State.
Oh, you said Georgia
You know
Southern?
that he was a true freshman at Georgia Southern, a sophomore season at McNeese State. So he's been in the program since 2023, Mr. Ford. That's why I said you got to let these players develop. Bethune-Cookman is one of those programs where a lot of their players develop through the program. You know, they're not just going to, I mean, he did bring in some, he brought in a defense last year, but the offense couldn't get it going. And the offense is humming now.
And the defense is too vanilla.
Ladarius Hush talking about you told him to watch out for him months ago. No, I told y'all that he's got something brewing down there.
Yeah, he saved his
I
job.
think Bethune-Cookman beats FAMU in the Florida Classic.
I think I agree with you.
Martez Graham says, Mr. Ford, do you think Coach Cole will be a good hire this cycle? Cole who? Cole Hahn? What Cole you talking about?
Yeah, what Cole?
Which Cole you talking about? I think he's talking about. Oh, I know what Cole he's talking about. Cole who? Cole Hahn?
Oh, Johnny's into broadcasting now, isn't he? Now LC is the defense coordinator over at Clark Atlanta. Johnny's with them guys over there, like I said, that interloper with them folks.
Mr. Ford, he said he's over there with that interloper.
Yeah.
Well, they're asking, do they think that he should be a coach? And I'm saying, a coach where? Doing what?
I don't think Johnny's interested in coaching anymore.
Didn't you say he was a cheater? That's all I remember you saying. He was a cheater.
Yeah, he could go get some play. Well, I mean, both of them. LC could do it. Johnny could do it. You know, but Johnny had problems with rules. He was a constant rule breaker.
LC Cole got freshman at Clark. Edward Waters almost put 700 total. LC Cole
Yeah, I was there.
had a freshman at Clark. Edward Waters almost put 700 yards of total offense.
I was there. I think that kid Noah Biden threw for over 300
Martez is messy. They said an NCAA rule breaker.
Yeah, he's done some things.
Maybe he won't break the rules anymore. You gotta have a certain GPA. You can't be over here getting these folks from off the street, these 40-year-olds, and saying they still got eligibility. Wait, you see how Ed got started. Martez is messy. They said Texas Southern had a squad that year, though, Mr. Ford.
I saw them. I told you everybody was scared Texas Southern was getting ready to take over the spot. But Johnny was breaking all kind of rules because Johnny's whole thing was if you was in the FBS, you could come to Texas Southern, no questions asked. And man, I remember they went down there and beat up Southern. That's when Southern had that guy Stump Mitchell was the coach. Man, Johnny Cole brought that team down to Baton Rouge, man, and they put what you know your thing, belt to ass. They put belt to ass. Ooh, yeah. That was Johnny Cole.
Well, you know, It's gonna be some SWAC cycles. Don't ask, don't tell recruiting.
Yeah, that's what his whole thing was. He was a second chance person. He was a second chance program for FBS players, regardless of what you had done.
What they do to Stump?
Oh, he was terrible. Stump came down to Southern. He was terrible. The best
Worse
thing
than
Stump
Terrence
did,
Graves?
yeah, I think he was worse than Terry. The best thing that Stump did was that he had Dawson Odoms on his staff, and when they moved Stump out, Dawson got the job. That's the best thing about Stump. See, Stump got that job because one of his former teammates, Guy LaFleur, became AD at Southern, and he ran Pete Richardson out. And then he gave the job to Stump, and it was a disaster.
Somebody asked Johnny Colt players what his major was. He gonna say drum major.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, they said Willie was doing the same thing, quiet as it's kept. A lot of players kicked off of their FBS team was on that 2023 FAMU team. And that's why they on probation now. Ooh. Why are y'all cutting up like that in my chat? You know what happens, Mr. Ford? Folks be over here cutting up in the chat, right? And then I might say something or I might laugh, and they gonna go on Twitter and they just have a whole big commotion about it. Y'all been cutting up. That's why
DJ 85. I don't remember Harold Jackson beating Florida A&M. What year was that?
Oh, we definitely whooped their ass. Definitely.
When did Harold Jackson beat Florida A&M?
And did the first year where they had bad clock management, I want to say. Didn't they have bad clock management, Mr. Ford?
I knew John Hendricks beat him.
The time ran out. 2014.
That was John Hendricks.
On a Hail Mary fast, he beat them his first game.
What? And you said it was 2014?
His first game as coach. He whooped up on FAMU. He might have not have won nothing else, but he beat FAMU ass. That's why we say it's not a rivalry. Like Jerome said in the chat earlier, he said it's not a rivalry, it's a reminder that Jackson State is your daddy. Today, yesterday, and forevermore. Mr. Ford, why are you trying? That was Harold Jackson that whooped up on FAMU.
Oh, okay.
It was downhill from there, but we took that one. Hughes beat him in Bragg in 2018. And it's going to be T.C. Taylor the third.
When you say Hughes, it was a Hughes or Hendricks?
Hughes in 2018.
Okay.
The stats say Coach Cole is one of the best coaches in HBCU football in the past 30 years. They said that Harold Jackson, his introduction press conference, they played 007 music.
Yeah, that's what they used to call him, 007. Yeah.
Why they used to call him that? From the NFL?
Yeah. Oh, he was really good, baby. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Hey, HBCU being talked.
Huh?
I want to say he did get nominated recently.
Well, he should be in there. He should be in there. Otis Taylor should be in there. Jimmy Smith should be in there. They all should be in the Hall of Fame. Otis Taylor was Prairie View alum. Jimmy and Harold were both from Jackson State. But those guys should be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
They said the coaching wasn't the problem with Cole. It wasn't.
No, I told you he was a rule breaker.
Did
was,
he know that he was breaking the rules?
oh yeah, we knew all about him. LC at one time worked under Nick Saban. I want to say at Toledo. He was on Nick Saban's staff.
The Coles definitely won. Too bad a lot of their wins had an asterisk beside them. Damn, they don't count. Otis Taylor definitely should be in the NFL Hall
Oh
of Fame.
man, listen, they got guys in the NFL. They weren't half as good as Otis Taylor.
They just giving it out now.
Yeah, Otis Taylor was one of the best. See, let me tell you this. They don't want you to know this. See, for a long time, it was just the NFL. Then in the 60s, it was the AFL. What took the AFL over the top were those black college players from the SWAC and SIAC and CIAA. Those were the players that took the AFL over the top.
Ladarius said, Coach T.C. Taylor hasn't beat Grambling not in his JSU playing days and not as head coach. When will that streak end? To which Dre said, well, has he beat Southern up and down the field, across it, whichever way you want to go, north, east, south, west, in Jackson, in Baton Rouge, wherever you want to take it?
I just hope Southern can pick the right person to lead that program. I'm one of
And they
them
still
people.
gonna they asked for by Jackson.
I know it. I just want to see Southern win again.
That's a lot of pressure out the gate. You got the Bayou Classic, and then you got Southern versus Jackson State. Those are two big games that.
Well, I told you that this summer Southern plays everybody. Southern plays everybody. That's one thing about Southern University. They play FAM, they play Jackson, they'll play Alabama State, they'll play Prairie View, they'll play Texas Southern, they'll play Grambling. They play everybody. That's
They
one
done
thing
hired
about
4 coaches and still can't beat Jackson State. They hired Dooley.
Yeah.
Then they hired Terrence Graves.
Don't forget the guy what about the guy that's the defense coordinator at Grambling? What's his name?
Jason Rollins.
Yeah, Jason Rollins was head coach at Grambling for a year, I think. I mean, at Southern for a year.
They had now they got Fred McNair. How many is it? Is it 8 in a row? What will happen when Southern regains their prowess as a program, as a viable football program? What will that look like?
That's what we waiting on. That's what everybody's waiting on.
TC's beaten 3 different coaches already. Damn. Who he done beat?
He beat Dooley, didn't he?
Oh yeah, we beat Dooley.
Okay. Did he beat Rollins?
I don't remember Rollins.
Rollins was after Dawson Odoms.
Okay. Dooley, Rollins, and Graves. Dang, why don't I remember Coach Rollins like that? He must not have been there that long.
1 year. Was there 1 year?
Oh, Prime beat Rollins.
Oh, okay.
Well, Mr. Ford, technically as an offensive coordinator under Prime, he did beat Rollins. Ooh.
Yeah.
As long as we're beating Southern, it is all is well with the world.
Oh, yeah.
Southern and Alcorn, as you know. Yeah. And Mr. Ford, what do you think about Colorado getting beat by 50?
Yeah, was that Utah beat them? Who was it? Utah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, who's next for them?
I don't think they win another game this season, but they were saying that without Prime, Colorado is a nothing-ass program like it was before.
Well, the way it's looking, they with Prime this year, they still a nothing-ass program.
They play the Arizona Wildcats.
Okay, that might be an ass whooping too. What's Arizona's record?
You said that might be an ass whooping too.
Yeah, that could be an ass whooping.
Damn.
Okay, what's Arizona's record?
Let's see. Are they in the same conference?
Yeah, that's a Big 12.
They are 4-3 overall.
Oh, okay.
Damn, Oklahoma State is 1-7. West Virginia is 2-6. So technically, I mean, they're not at the bottom. They're 3-5 for the year.
Yeah, Oklahoma State is waiting to hire a new coach. They fired Mike Gundy after about 20-some years. He had been there for years.
Y'all not staying up till 3 a.m. watching Colorado games anymore? Who was doing that? I wasn't doing that. I was never doing that. I watched probably about 2 or 3 Colorado games, and then I stopped because poor Shador was getting sacked left and right, and I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch all that. All right, Mr. Ford, we will be back here. Let's see. If the game starts at 7, that means it'll be over by 10 o'clock.
Right.
So I'll come on. Either I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm thinking about streaming the game tomorrow.
Okay.
If I stream, then I'm coming on at like 6:55, 6:50.
Okay.
Other than that, I'll be here at 10:30.
Okay.
I thought Colorado was America's HBCU. Man, they was just heckling Jackson State.
Who said that?
That's what they was. That's what they was saying.
Where did that come from?
That's when Prime left, there was a whole bunch of bandwagon fans.
Oh,
it seemed like a lot of them were just folks that were glad that he left Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen none of them folks this year. They all gone. They left.
Yeah, that's what happens with bandwagon people. You can't depend on them.
They're nowhere to be found now. All of them are gone. They was getting a whole bunch of likes and hits because they were trying to drown out Jackson State. Some bull junk. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a good evening. Hell will freeze over and God will return before I ever do a joint podcast. Oh, Mr. Ford, I wanted to ask you real quick, non-football related. What do you think about the government shutdown and the furloughing of all these government employees and then shutting down SNAP?
Well, it's a game plan. It all comes from that. Remember that thing called 2025? Remember, Trump said what they want to do. They want to shock the American people, and they want to traumatize them so badly until when they offer them martial law or dictatorship, they're going to accept it. But the plan is to traumatize and to just beat down the American people every day. And that's what they're doing. And that's what they're going to continue to do. Because like I tried to tell you one time before, voting can't end this. This is spiritual. This is, I'm trying to, you remember that passage that said.
I remember you were saying, so they're saying that the judge overturned it. We shall see if.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Abides.
But he'll come back with something else. But what he's trying to do, he's trying to whip the American people into submission and whip them into submission to accept martial law, this dictatorship.
Braxton, go turn that dryer off. Well, I just, we'll see if he honors it. Sometimes when the judges tell him to do something, he does the exact opposite.
Yeah, listen, the guy's been a dictator since he's
Never
been back in
mind.
office. Listen, he has delegitimized Congress, the Supreme Court
I
is his
just
cheerleader
remember you
squad,
said
all of
that
that.
the shelves were gonna be empty and
Hey, I done told you, just
that we're
keep
gonna
living.
see food shortages
Just keep living. Keep
and
living. Hey, keep living. Just keep living.
in other words, keep your head on the swivel. Better know how to make some hot water cornbread.
Yeah, and
Okay.
make sure you submitting your life to your making creator. And as I've stated to you earlier, you women, go and get you a husband or get you a bill paying boyfriend because you're gonna need protection.
What is wrong with you, Mr. Ford? Why are you saying that again?
Because it's true.
Better get you a bill paying boyfriend.
Yeah, or
They gonna be trying to pay their
husband.
own
Because
bills.
this thing about I'm gonna do bad by myself. That stuff's got to go out the window. Because this thing here is right, Brother
That
Jones.
you need to be
To be
doing.
honest with you, it's
You need to
already
be
here.
doing bad with somebody else. Now it's time to be doing bad with somebody else.
Yeah, yeah. I came through when I was growing up. You have to understand. I went back and looked at the stats when I was growing up in the '60s and in the '70s. 85% of all Black women between the ages of 18 and 65 were married. When I can remember when we would get out of school in May, every weekend in June and July, people were getting married, whether they were high school girls, college girls, didn't matter. People were getting married. We turned our back on marriage, maybe the '80s or the '90s. That's when we turned our back on it because you know I've said this to you. I think I've said this to you or somebody else. See, one of the biggest problems we have is this self-hatred that we have for ourselves. Okay, and when you have self-hatred, you become your own greatest enemy, and that's one of the problems we got. We have self-hatred for ourselves.
Better get you a bill paying boyfriend. So then what? What is the man supposed to be looking for? A woman who can cook and clean? What is he supposed to be looking for?
The woman's role is you remember the book of Ephesians. You remember the book of Ephesians?
Yes, Mr. Ford. Let's talk about
Read,
Ephesians.
read Ephesians. Read Ephesians.
Mr. Ford,
Uh-huh.
they say in the chat that the men are struggling too.
Oh, no doubt about it. Not only are they struggling, they're under attack. Because you got to understand now, the man is the high priest of that household. And when those Europeans come in or the Caucasians come in, they're looking to see who is the high priest. That's who they want to destroy. That's who they want to put in the ground. That's who they want to put in the prison. Okay? So yeah, we're all struggling. We're under attack. They are the oppressors.
They said these women. They said these
And we
women
are
don't cook.
listen, they are the oppressors and we are the oppressed.
Lord have mercy. The government that intervened and made single moms reliant on government assistance. So to break up the Black households, now they're saying we're taking away the government assistance. So now you have to figure it out. My ex tried to cook red beans in 25 minutes. I broke up with her. Dre, why you didn't tell her to put them in a crock pot? Rinse them off and put them in a crock pot? Where is her mama and her grandma at, or her auntie?
And listen, remember, now the person who actually introduced welfare was Franklin Roosevelt, and it was during the 30s. But here's the thing. It was only for white couples. They would not give welfare to black people in the 60s, especially blacks in the South. Because one of the things we have forgotten is that when Roosevelt proposed the New Deal ignored blacks in the South, especially blacks who were domestic and blacks who were agricultural workers. Now, they introduced welfare again to black people in the 1960s, but they said to black women, we'll give you welfare, but you cannot have a husband. You can't have a man. Yeah.
What about the white people? Were they allowed to have men?
Yeah, in the 30s, yeah. They were allowed, they gave them welfare, and if they could have the white man, the white woman, and they were married. But they told the blacks in the 60s, if we're going to give you welfare, then you cannot have a husband. That was their way of helping to destroy the black family.
Roman noodles about to be our best friend again, like in college. Y'all better get y'all some rice, some beans, oatmeal, peanut butter, water. The New Deal had a domestic worker and farmer worker loophole.
The New Deal, it basically ignored blacks in the South. And it did that because
most blacks
Roosevelt had a relationship with those Southern senators.
Anything to get rid of black people.
Well, to destroy the black family. Yeah.
Right.
Remember, in the 1800s, you'd have a black man, black woman, and a baby. You sold the black man to Alabama. You sold the baby to South Carolina. You sold the woman to North Carolina. That's the way they did it. That's where they're selling them down the river. That's where that came from.
Y'all better get on YouTube and learn how to cook. Southern would not sign on unless blacks were excluded. Wow.
Right.
That's how the MEAC and SWAC formed Democrats. Well, that was a great history lesson. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and blessings. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.
I can't wait for Harriet Tubman to come and get me then. Lord. Good night, Mr. Ford. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Have a good one.
I've had some
good days. And some sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I follow the clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? I just say thank you, Lord.